What's up, everybody? This I know it's been a while since I've done it on one of these free game joints, but I want to say shout out to the sponsor, Drip Kings. We're gonna be getting on that top of that, doing a commercial for these Drip King merch. I ain't gonna say a commercial, but let's say a promo reel. I'm gonna try to get up and get a couple folks up to do one of these lately because I've been I've been working on a couple different other things, so it's been hard to keep up with the branding as well, the merch. But I definitely wanted to come up here just because it's been a while, and I definitely been picking up some new gems since I last came up here. And this is like kind of another one of those free games for these indie artists because I've been noticing some things myself, but at the same time, I also been noticing some shit other people been doing. It's like one of those things is right now I've been seeing a lot. Like I've been talking to a lot of people and different content creators just about how this shit works to like build your brand up on the internet without having such a big motor behind you, right? Because we all of us in this music content, whatever you got going on, we got to use social media as a tool number one, and we all want reach. We all want the bunch of views or the engagement, which I'm noticing now. I'm starting to appreciate that people is really important for the engagement. A lot of first thing I want to say is a lot of y'all don't want to get in these comments, don't want to respond to your fans. Like how you expect your fans to build and grow with you if you don't acknowledge them? You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, they don't really know you that well. You know what I'm saying? So you got to engage with them. That'll make them feel like they're more involved. Like everybody's starting to want. There's so many rappers. Everybody wants to be the first fan of the rapper that's next to Blow. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of people I talk to about music, they're not necessarily listening to like. There's no more big dogs like that. Yeah, Kendrick, Drake, but I mean the masses might listen to them, but true hip hop heads, they it's sparingly. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's got their like. You get in somebody's car right now. And you get on their iPod, and you might hear 5 to 10 rappers you never even heard of. You know what I'm saying? That is lit in their own right. So like, I really wanted to tell y'all, like, as far as like the comment section goes, man, play that comment section, man. Respond to your fans, engage. You never know. I mean, that's really what people want. You know what I'm saying? They're not commenting just to talk to themselves. So I definitely highly recommend doing that. And another thing I see people doing, they give up on a process or don't see their process all the way through. Like I'm noticing, like I got my content on what you call like a cycle. Like basically, I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna, as long as it's appropriate for the you know what I mean, what I'm trying to do. I'm gonna take that one piece of content. Let's say like I'm gonna use for example Paranoid. I had Paranoid song come out. So when I go to post that shit, I'm gonna post it on Snapchat, which I don't really play Snap anymore, so I ain't gonna say Snapchat. YouTube. I'm gonna post it on Instagram. I'm gonna post it on Facebook. I'm gonna post it on Twitter, and I'm gonna post it on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Because just because it don't hit on one, don't mean it won't hit on the other. And you never know, right? It's like why not utilize every free little tool you got? You know what I'm saying? Because basically, social media is now the commercial for the artist. You know what I'm saying? That's your walking. That's your commercial. Everybody's scrolling 24/7. So that's gonna be your commercial, and that's gonna be your biggest like advertisement spot. Like, you know what I'm saying? I noticed a lot of people like. I had some people talking to me about the manager thing, and like the thing about that is like learn to manage yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's just honestly like like first thing a person wants to see. Like I see people, like I said, when on the topic of seeing your content through, they might post, do good at it for like a week or two, then it's not doing what they want, so they stop. You know what I'm saying? No, these things, it's like 90 days before you even see what you're doing is right or wrong. Especially if you're just starting, right? You don't even know what your fan base likes. So I would definitely recommend post a lot of shit. Like post multiple times a day, like three, four different type of pieces of content. Because here's listen to my music, man. That's boring. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to post a couple of different types, and I'm gonna just tell you what I suggest, and that's just what I'm learning works well. You're definitely gonna have to post let's say like an action post, like being in the studio. You know what I'm saying? That's working on or doing something pertaining to your craft. Then you might want to post something non-music related, like what something just personal about you, like outside of music, what you do. Like maybe that might be if you link up with the guys and go play ball. Okay, post that clip of you playing ball. Might put your music in the background. You know what I'm saying? People got to know more about you. Nobody knows you. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about these labels is they got big, big, big motors behind them send all sorts of shit out to the bloggers. They might send fucking post about an artist's relationship, whether they did some charity work, whether they did this. You have to kind of mimic that in your own way. Like a lot of artists I'm noticing, like, okay, don't even clip their own podcast interviews. Like, okay, like, we live in a time where people's mind is like basically wanders real fast. Like, they scroll past something. So therefore, you like, I'm not I haven't watched DDG or any streamer, Kai, any of these streamers. I've never really watched them while the live is going, but I've seen clips, or I might catch it later. You know what I'm saying? Or I might catch a clip that makes me watch it. You know what I'm saying? That's like, people don't have might not want to go watch your few interview. You have to give them a reason to kind of go ahead and check you out. You know what I'm saying? And I noticed another thing as well is, like, when you guys are posting stuff, it's all about like kind of how you post it. You know, that does matter. You know what I'm saying? You got to get a catchy hook. Like, basically by hook, I mean, like, in the first 3 seconds of your video, you got to get something to keep somebody there. You know what I'm saying? Like, something like, if you want to go viral, listen to these steps. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of shit you got to do. But you got to find a way to apply it to your musical content, whatever that case may be. But I definitely highly promote the fact that you need to be posting as much as possible. I say, for at least in the beginning, at least for like the first 90 days. So you got it. So you can kind of learn the algorithm or learn what is working for you. Because I notice a lot of people try to use a rapper's recipe that may not apply to them. It might not be for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody has to find their own way and put their spin on it. Just because it works for Moneybagg Yo or putting jewelry on and pulling up in the car doesn't mean it's going to work for you. You know what I'm saying? And that's just real shit. You know what I mean? I think, like, me personally, I'm trying to take the approach of like just being more relatable. You know what I'm saying? That's why I like people that you gotta have people seeing your face. You like, I can't stress that enough. Like people, I feel like rappers want to play the Playboy Cardi thing, but honestly, man, that's kind of dead. You know what I'm saying? Or you have to have a fan base already. You know what I'm saying? Because how's anybody gonna get to know you? You know what I'm saying? Like, Playboy Cardi's got a big motor behind him. He can do that. You know what I'm saying? But most artists, man, it's all about letting people see you and buy and kind of building a brand while you're doing your music. You know what I'm saying? You want to be recorded doing your music, but also you want to kind of shape and mold yourself into, like, where there's something they can identify with. Whether that's, if you identify, you know, your core fan base is, you know, more into Pain music, emo, you know, your demographic Pain is Pain, people that listen to Pain music, and you know, college kids. You got to find your demographic first, like, and by doing that, you got to be posting so you can peep them analytics. And another thing people don't do is, like I said, they don't give the content enough time. I'm gonna tell you this: I literally stop deleting my content that I feel like is no good, because I've noticed that other like, if other shit I've left up and be like, damn, that shit ain't do nothing but 30-40 views, and then like 2 weeks down the line that shit pop and hit the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you never know, man. And each piece of content is kind of investment. So, like, I ain't gonna lie, I was freestyling a lot of this shit at first, but now I'm putting a little bit more thought into my content. Because the one thing I'm noticing with this growth of, like, actually thinking the content through, having a plan for the content, is that, like, the fans get more engaged. It's kind of like telling you're like, kind of like, try to tell a story through the content. You know what I'm saying? Or try to show your growth through the content, or try to show your personality through the content. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple different things that you know your content can do for you. And if you think it's corny to drop content, I'm telling you, like, I've had more and more engagement and followers since I started. Like I said, literally posting different kinds of content. Might be a picture, might be me out eating, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be, people just kind of want to see different styles of content. They don't want to see you say, go check out my new song on Spotify. Because even if they do that, it gets boring. It's like they can only do that once. I mean, like it takes 80 streams, I think, to make a couple cents. I think my United Masters 80 streams made me 10 cents or 16 cents. I don't know what it was. You know what I'm saying? But something like that. And to be real, most people ain't going to listen to your songs thousands of times. And we're only releasing a song once a week or once a month or less than that. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not dropping the music frequently, you have to have something that reminds them of what you got going on. Piece of content is an investment. Just because it don't seem like it's popping now, your whole goal is for it to pop, right? So even if you're dropping the content now, somebody your new fan is coming down the line every day because you're not the Drake, you're not the Kendrick. So it's not that many people that heard you. You have an opportunity to gain new listeners every fucking day. So if you're not dropping the content to go with it, like I said, you're gonna lose out. You know what I mean? Because I see a lot of people might take, some people almost even take their content too seriously, where they literally only have one little piece of content, and if it doesn't go well for them, then what do? Let's say they put they all into. I'm gonna just give an example. Let's say, and I've done it. I've done it. Let's say it just so happened to work out for me, but let's say I go shoot a rap video. You know what I'm saying? 250 for the video, 100. Let's say I put 300-400 into the video, 500, and the shit don't go right. You know what I'm saying? Then you're stuck with like, damn, I just invested 500 on a video that didn't go right. It kind of will beat you down. But if you go and take, let's say you took that you take 100 of that and go shoot you a couple short form pieces of content and then see what it does, and then you could kind of like say, okay, if these content goes well on these, if this shit goes well on these couple pieces of content, then I'll go and invest in the music video. I notice a lot of people kind of skip the line. Like they want to go straight to a music video. And I was doing it too. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to go straight to a music video. Like, yeah, it's cool. And it's something that you need to have. But, you might want to, like I said, as far, I don't know what most people's budget, I try to give people budget friendly things to do. And really, like I said, taking your phone and having your boys pull up and, either going live, shooting a little 30-minute reel, just might be anything. You know what I'm saying? Probably has the potential to do just as many numbers as that music video. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the beginning, because you don't got that many fans, man. And that's just the truth. You know what I'm saying? Always definitely continue to record music, but in the process of recording that music, man, you need to be dropping like relevant content to whatever your theme is of what you got going on. Like if you're dropping an EP and the name of the EP is The Heist, let's just use that as an example. You know what I'm saying? You might want to be posting some bank robbery videos or somehow incorporating some type of lick into your you know what I'm saying, into your content. You know what I'm saying? Just waiting all the way until you fucking drop a video and thinking that everybody's gonna necessarily wait for that video. It might not happen, and your pocket is going to hurt behind it. You know what I'm saying? And that's just being honest. And I've done it. You know what I'm saying? I did the Victor Cruz video yesterday. It's done views, but I've got small pieces of content that have done way more views than that. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the truth. Because what I notice is some of my rap fans, some of my podcast fans basically become rap fans. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, man, build that shit up. You know what I'm saying? Start with that short form content, and then once you find what works, you know what I'm saying, then go shoot the video. You know what I mean? And by that I say, like, if you have one song, like people keep telling me, that one song got to have damn near 8 to 10 pieces of content to it. You know what I'm saying? That's 3 or 4 of these. You know what you see on social media, man. You see different angles. Different shit. Might have one time you at the train station. Might have one time you at a basketball court. Might have one time you sit in front of your car. You might have one giant where you just got a picture of you and the lyrics. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely see people, and I do it myself. I ain't perfect. I move on from shit maybe a little too fast if it don't do what I think it's gonna do. You know what I mean? And that's something I'm working on. That's why I'm trying to take one little song and kind of break that bitch down 100 different times before I exhaust that shit. You know what I'm saying? And still constantly promoting my old shit because, like I said, man, it's potential for new fans every day. You know what I mean? Victor Cruz might have been spun 3,000 times on YouTube, but shit, there's billions of people on the internet. So that shit could still keep going, you know what I'm saying? And even farther. So, like, that's why I went and got behind promotion of it again. You know what I mean? Like that's what another thing is. I know a lot of artists want to have promo, want to get a lot of views. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I started doing is I started reaching out to other content creators with a bigger following than me in my niche, like in my lane. So that, like, basically, like, if they already into street rappers already, that's what they posting. Boom, they post me. They already had a crowd for that. You know what I'm saying? And that's a different crowd than I have. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely recommend that. And only way to really do that is to reach to them people. Like every day, I think, like, artists should spend the time networking, because that's what the label basically is for. That's what you're looking for the, besides the money, you looking for their reach. You know what I'm saying? So you got to create in some way, shape, or form. You got to create yourself like basically a machine that runs like a small label. And by that I mean, like I said, that the merch. You know what I'm saying? You got to have. I'm gonna preach it over a million times. You got to have the merch. You got to be doing. You got to be doing short form content outside of the specifically the music. You know what I'm saying? And by that music, I mean you have to do other types of content. Might be at the gym, your shit playing in the background. Might be boom. You just might be doing sitting in the studio session with the engineer. You know what I'm saying? It might be a damn. You might just go live while you writing, or while you in your, you know what I'm saying, in your process. You know what I'm saying? People want to be involved in the process, and the more people see your face, and the more they hear you outside of music, the more chances you got of actually fucking gaining new fans. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, I don't know how many times I've listened to a podcast and became a fan of that rapper, and that rapper just happened to pop on the podcast platform that I like already. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, man, definitely nurture that fan base. Like you got to be in the comments. You got to be, you know what I'm saying, networking and reaching the different people in your lane. You know what I'm saying? And definitely, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say collaboration over competition, and that's just honest. You know what I'm saying? Let's be real. If I'm a collab with somebody, that means that it's automatic dual promotion. Especially it's gonna be if they promote heavy. Boom. I'm getting promoted in their work, they getting promoted in mine. I ain't got to worry compete with them because I'm working with them. You know what I'm saying? If you think they in their lane, try to reach to them. You know what I'm saying? Try to holler at them. I'm not saying work with everybody, but if they in your lane and they close, man, holler at them. If you got 10K followers, they got 20, holler at them. You know what I'm saying? If you got 1K, they got 25. They got 3K to 10, holler at them. You never know, man. These people just really be just normal folks. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of you never know what you're going to get till you reach. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely just wanted to come on here and tell artists like, definitely want to give you this jewel to work the content. You know what I'm saying? That's all I want to tell y'all. Like, and work different angles and different types of content until you find what works for you. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us artists starting don't know what really works for us. You know what I'm saying? Like what worked for my homeboy might not work for me. What works for me might not work for my homeboy. So definitely start seeing that content through, man. Definitely start treating your content and your music like a small label would do. Like try to get it in the blogs, you know what I'm saying? Reach out to small blogs, you know what I'm saying? Viral Virginia. There's a couple, like I said, y'all know, you know what I'm saying? There's a couple of people, a couple of pages on Instagram that are, you know, big that you can go to, you know what I'm saying? And reach to them and then come up with, like I said, different types of content ideas. You know what I'm saying? Don't be scared to put yourself out. I suggest dropping content 3 to 5 times a day. That's just being honest, because you're gonna flop a couple times until you get it right. So, you know, and pay attention to them analytics. Go into those analytics, man. They're making a whole app for a reason. Go into the YouTube studios and go into the Instagram and go to your dashboard. Go to these spots and go to see where your music pops the most, what age group, and what times of day they locking in. So then you know who to target. We're in the target. You know what I'm saying? Where to target them at. You know what I'm saying? And then you could even upgrade it from there. Like let's say, boom, you see you getting a lot of engagement from, let's say Denver. I'm gonna use Denver, Colorado. You getting a lot of engagement. I'm from my PA. I'm getting engagement in Denver. I might could try to shoot my shot to get me a show out there. You know what I'm saying? Show them like, damn, Denver locking in with me. Let's see what I could do if I get me a show out that bitch. You know what I'm saying? You got to know where to reach and when to reach and and all that shit. Like I said, a lot of us are looking for managers, looking for labels, but a lot of people don't realize a lot of these people, until they see you doing it for yourself, they don't even want to get involved with you. Like if you're not gonna see the content through, because you're gonna have to do it. They're gonna need that for you, even if you're on a big label. You know what I'm saying? You still gonna have to be posting shit. I mean, you might pay somebody, but like I said, they still want to see you put that work in. And once they see you putting that work in, then they're more inclined to come dump a bag on you. You know what I'm saying? When that time comes, because they say, damn, bro, I got a huge following. It's like almost like that's all they care about is your following. You know what I'm saying? Your influence. You know, that's what they want you for. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, they can go make them a rapper right out the microwave. So, you know, I just wanted to come drop a few gems because it's been a minute, but definitely tap in. You know what I'm saying? Once again, we're definitely going to be shooting something dope for this Drip King shit soon out of the summertime. Always shout out to the sponsor. And definitely, man, keep tuning in, keep tapping in, man, and let me know in the comments anything y'all want to hear about.